All right, hey folks, welcome back to some more GAC. It's been a little while, but we are back. The game is loading. It's taking forever. Got my boy, good old Maurice, here with me, and we are going to set up my GAC defense. Good old Maurice, we just had a great Jedi Academy, and good old Maurice has got some food in him. How are you feeling, good old Maurice?
Oh, good, good.
Had a sandwich.
Yep, had me a little sandwich.
There you go.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, see, you need those vitamins and minerals to really get the old brain matter working. Why is this spinning? I hate this game now, man. God dang it. There's an error with your connection. Why is there an error with my connection? There is nothing wrong with my connection. Stupid ass game. All right, so let me make sure I'm sharing the screen so good immersion can see. Important, so he can see what's going on. But we're glad to have you here. Let me just go to just the BlueStacks view. And glad to have you guys here in chat. So there you go. So there you see we're squared away. Okay, so let's go into GAC and set up our defense. Now, I do not have 7-star gas because I didn't get enough get 1, and I will not have gas for this first round fights of GAC. I will after that. There's an error with your connection again. There is nothing wrong with my internet connection. God damn it. It's going to be one of those days, good old Maurice. It's just going to be one of those days. So, but my opponent does have a 7-star Relic 7 gas, so you have to think about this, good old Maurice.
You have a counter to 7-star gas?
I've been using my Darth Revan. That's about it.
Yeah, I would 100% anticipate him putting his on because you don't have it, you know?
So we're definitely going to keep Darth Revan, right? Because that's how I've been defeating the other gases. So strategy wise, now typically, and I could use my gas too. I can keep my gas and still whittle him down and stuff because my gas with my clones but my gas isn't relic, but my clones are, right? So I can fight fire with fire on that. So we can keep gas and Darth Revan, and then maybe. So one of the strategies that I do is I've been putting Padme on defense, and it because it just I want a solid team on defense, and the reason I do that is I put the Night Sisters and Padme up front, and then I put my Geos and my Grievous team in the back. And so I can use Darth Revan with Watt to take out his gas, right? So, question is, makes you.
Well, if that's what you want to use for the Skywalker counter, and you keep your 6-star Skywalker yourself, you've got a counter to Night Sisters for sure. So maybe whatever you traditionally use. What do you traditionally use to counter the Night Sisters?
I'll go in with I was using Padme, but then since I put Padme on defense, I was using Basilet Jedi, unless there's a Grievous. So yeah, I got to think about that too.
Well, that's okay. You basically changed. If you typically use Padme for Night Sisters, you've got Skywalker.
That's true. I can use Skywalker
even 6-star, so I think you're covered there. Unless you're trying to put your Skywalker on defense too.
No, I don't think we want to put gas on defense because he's just not there yet, right?
Yeah.
When I get him 7-star and stuff, then my strategy is going to change for the next GAC round because I'm going to put gas on defense, or maybe I'll put Darth Revan on defense and keep my gas because then if he puts Darth Revan or his gas down, I can do that. So it kind of flips the script a little bit. Because you want to keep most of your offensive firepower. Like, we talk about like feats and stuff. You get those just victories. The offense is where you will really want to do it at. And again, you guys, I don't care about Kyber anymore. I've gotten it enough times that I just don't care anymore. It means nothing. Good Maurice, I mean, you've gotten Kyber a bunch, so I'm sure it means nothing to you now. Because you know what you get for Kyber? Nothing.
Oh, I'm going for it. We'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll go for it, but it's just not. I want to talk about teams and do the fights and see how it works and test stuff out a little bit more than I actually want to get Kyber again. I mean, I've already proven my Kyber so many times.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. This will be the first Grand Arena tournament where the vast majority of people are going to have 7-star gas, at least before round 2.
Yeah.
Like I would have, I was in the same boat you were, but then they pushed the date out 3 days, and in that 3 days, I was able to get another Sith raid in and actually got mine finished just in the nick of time.
You're right,
But if
Storm Rider 49. Kyber's laugh. I have to change my mentality. Kyber is so laugh. So I do know two teams we're going to put in the back, and I always do this. I will put a Grievous team in the back, and I always put Newt on that team. So I'll put one team in the back. We'll figure out the front here in a second. But there's two teams I put in the back, and that's one is Grievous, and the other one's Geos. I just think those are two little nice peekaboo teams to be like, hi. How you doing there? Hey, buddy. Look what I brought. So I'll put them. Let's see. We need Magna Guard, Newt, and B2. I like this team a lot on the defense. I'm going to save Watt for offense. So that's going to kind of change the dynamic of what I do. But I like this team in the back. Do you use Grievous on offense or defense, Bill Maurice?
Both. Like I said, this would be interesting for me, just simply because now I need to. Before the previous 5 versus 5s, you always had to make sure you had a Darth Revan counter. Now you have to make sure you have a gas and a Darth Revan counter. Right. So it's going to be totally dependent. I do have the Grievous nuke team still functioning and working, so that's always an option for me. Like, I guess if the opposing Darth Revan's slower than mine, I'll probably place him. If he's faster than my Darth Revan, I'll probably keep him, just because.
Yeah.
A lot depends on the matchup, I guess. The rest of my Separatists, though, but with my Grievous being modded for the nuke team, my Grievous team itself is probably below average. Like the only relic character I have on the team is Grievous. I've got a Gear 13 B1, and that's it. So
yeah, my Magna Guard. Now I haven't taken up Newt or BT to 12, but they don't really need to be. This is the beauty of Grievous, is that on defense, the characters don't have to be super duper leveled, right? Because it's all about Grievous. So this team is really good on defense, and it's a team you want to put in the back line. There is method to the madness, so we'll sit him there. And then on the other top one, we're going to put the Geos. I just put them in the back. I don't use them on offense. I think they're a pain in the ass team in the back line that people have to go and have to face in the back. And I try to force them to use their tray and stuff in the front. So there's a reason why we do this strategy. So we'll put them in the back on the top. So we got two teams here. So we got one up top, one on the bottom. Wait, how many teams do I have to put in the front? I got, is it 2 here, 2 there? I think it's just 2, 2, 2, 2. If I'm not mistaken. It is. Okay, good. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Sorry, 3s has got me all discombobulated, good Maurice, because I keep thinking, all right, I need 8 more, 9, and then the ship. No, that's none of that. So.
Me too, man. Yeah, me too.
Oh, look who joined us. Grinded Pappy Patron's here. But he's not saying anything. Maybe he's dealing with the kids.
Here.
Yeah, we were saying
Hello.
Hi. Hello, Grande. We're setting up my defense.
Okay, great. I need help with mine after yours is done.
Okay. And I would log into your account, but you never were there to cooperate with me, so I can
I'm here now to cooperate with you.
Yeah, so we're going to do that right after this. So
okay.
So we're going to keep Darth Revan for offense. We're going to keep my gas team for offense. So some other teams that I like to use up front. So one team I will use up front is my Night Sisters. So we'll put them in the bottom there. So we'll put Night Sisters on the bottom because I want them to have to make a decision about Geos with Treya. Just put the pressure on them, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go typical Night Sister team, Daka, Zombie, and Spirit. So we'll put that team down. That's a good team. And now if he goes full Monty on his defense, we'll have to figure some stuff out. But I'm going to go for... I know I'm going to put First Order down, but I think I'm going to put them in the back line as well. That's actually if I had some good luck with that. One team that I do know that I'm going to put down, I just don't know if I want to put it up top or the bottom. As a frontline team, I always put this team down, is my Bounty Hunter team with Bosk. My Bosk is 337 speed, so I usually try to force them to use a CLS or something like that on that team. So we can put the Boss team probably down south. We'll put him down south. Let's go Bounty Hunters down south. If I'm doing anything you guys disagree with or anything, just say so.
No, I think it's because bounty hunters in first order they take a lot of the same counters. So if you put one in front to you kind of protect your back one.
Yeah.
That's usually what I generally put first order if I place them in the back too, and try to drain out, very specific things ahead of time. Because my first order team is very good. I'd like to, but it doesn't matter how good it is. It's very susceptible to Ray, very susceptible to CLS. So I do try to protect my investment, if you will, by putting the other things in front of it that take CLS, Ray. Yeah. Bounty Hunters.
Yeah,
is the best,
with a 337 speed Bosk, I think it's a team that I've had a lot of success with. It dies, but then I look at the results of my backline, like, yep, it worked out.
Yeah, they almost have to use Ray for that fast of a boss. Like they're gonna have a hard time getting out in front of that with anything else.
Yeah, and then we'll put first order. Do we want to put first order? We are going to put that team down. Do we want to put it up there with the Geos or with Grievous?
I would probably put whatever weakest team you have in the back next to Grievous, because Grievous is probably the better.
Right. We'll put first order up here then. Do that. First order, so we'll go this, and this. Okay. Now, I don't use Nest on 5v5 offense anymore. I am using her with the Cure team. So I've got two other teams, and we have to put a mega team on, I think. So two more teams that we're going to want to do is the Old Republic and then the Kira Nest L3 Vandor team. And I've been using Young Lando on that team. Do you want to put that team up front, which I kind of like to do because it's a pain in the ass team that they have to kind of deal with, or do we put that in the back, or do we want to put Old Republic in the back and then just or up front and leave that Kira team in the back?
Let's see what you got. You got Night Sisters, you got Django, you got. Well, what are the? Just maybe save that team if that's your weakest team. Maybe. I was.
They're both really strong teams. You know what? I think the Kira needs to go back here. It's a little bit weaker than that Old Republic team.
Yeah, because if your weakest team, your Grievous is one of your stronger teams, so Grievous is kind of protecting the zone, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of put a weaker team next to him.
Okay, I like that. So we'll go Kira, Young Lando, L3, Nest, and where's my Vandor? No, not you, Zalbar. Get the hell out of there. We'll go Vandor. And then we'll put that in the back.
And that's another team that's extremely susceptible to Ray, so that's good that you're back there behind the bounty hunters and you've got the first order.
Right.
Like, I like the non-ship version because the ship version, there's no suspense as to what's behind. There is no door number 2. You know it's ships, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Like this one, you almost have to, a lot hinges on which route they go. Like that really can determine wins and losses sometimes. Because if you got something hidden from them that they don't see, they're more likely to use a counter elsewhere. But if they open up something that like, let's say your bugs there, like bugs in the back, if they go top first, then they they got the bugs, and they might have a very specific counter to bugs. Maybe they have a very specific counter to first order, and it takes the guesswork out of it. If that makes any sense,
you're right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm thinking about. I went and looked at my opponent. So he's got Relic 7. You can see that he's got the arena team. So he's got Relic 7 Anakin with his clones. And I started going through the rest of his team, like what could he use? A lot of Relic characters, top heavy. It's a top heavy roster. But I'm not seeing a lot after that. So I want to look at a Sith Empire team. Just look at the mods. Let's look at the mods here real quick. So let's check the speed out. I think this was his old arena team. What the hell?
No mods?
Am I missing something here?
Don't take that with a grain of salt. If he had like a Sith raid or something, Maybe he was fooling around arena trying to learn how to counter something. I wouldn't. You can check it out his SWGOH. If he hasn't updated, it will still show the mods.
You strip them on accident and not put it back?
Well, I do that. I'll strip mods off for like a raid or something. Maybe TB. Well, I guess if it was TB, they.
But it locked like that though, didn't it for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he might have joined and then switched some stuff around. I don't know. I check his SWGOH.
Once you're locked, right? If you joined and that's how what's showing, that's what you got to go with.
Oh man, that sucks for him.
No. You're looking at his current roster. That's his current roster, like what he has in his inventory right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not looking at his locked.
No, because all the time I'll go in and look at somebody's, like there was, for instance, I faced somebody that had like a fully Relic Nices team. I was like, crap. But then it loaded up and like two of them were still.
I'll say, what the hell? All right, so
the guy went on like a massive spending spree in between lock and when I faced him. So.
Let me go into his GG here.
Yeah, doing some shoe shopping, huh?
Well, yeah, I needed yeah.
Look into Rangers' personal style there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let me pull this up so I can see his ally code profile.
I mean, we can always test that theory. If you removed one mod off of one character and then went into that screen and clicked on it, would it show it removed or not?
I can get his ally code here. Hold on.
Oh, just Google like his name. Like take his name and just Google swgoh.gg and put his name there. It'll pull it up.
Yep. It'll do it every time.
Sometimes people use different names.
That is true, yeah.
Athens Stan Khan.
Or yeah, his ally code. You can just type it.
That's what I was looking for. Because that's usually
down there at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering. It's like, good God. All right, so it's.
What's up, Rooster?
439. $399. 588. There it is. All right. Let's go to his characters, see what it says on his characters. All right, let's go to Sith Empire. Look at that. All right, so currently his Darth Revan has no mods.
Well, then yeah. I mean, I would.
But I can go back to his history and back to his characters again here because he was running Darth Revan before. So let's go to his profile and look at what he did have.
I mean, you could have gotten super lucky, and he's probably. I mean, I just.
No, it has no mods every time I go in there. So.
Hey man, maybe you lucked out here because I just got my 7-star gas, so maybe he was in the transition of maybe transitioning to his 501st team, and just didn't think about it, and locked it up.
Look, I went into one couple back and was missing like a circle on Rex. I had swapped the circle off to someone else and forgot to put the better circle on.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that stuff happens.
I'm going to sync his profile, see if it updates.
They want a grande.
No, it's still showing he doesn't have mods on his characters. This is kind of throwing me off completely.
Well,
I mean, you might have gotten lucky, but I would prepare for if
I would prepare for it not to be that way, right? Yeah, I would prepare for it not to be that way when you actually open the thing up.
Yeah, so it's really weird. I won't be able to see until we get in there. Well, we won't know what he's going to place on defense anyway. So, all right, so we'll go back in here. All right. So we're going to keep our Ghast and our Darth Revan just as an option. And then we'll put the Old Republic team down. I always do that. So we'll go this, and Zalbar. Place that down. And then I've been placing Padme on defense. Because that'll leave us Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, Gas, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, Gas, CLS, JTR, Palpatine Thrawn, Sith Triumphant. That's our 7 big hitting teams right there. We have troopers for any weak stuff. I think we're okay. That's if I put Padme down here. So, because I want him to have to face something that he has to think about. The reason I like Padme team on defense is because you can use Trey against her, but you can't then use Trey against the Night Sisters. And if you use Trey against the Night Sisters, then you can't use Trey against the Geos in the back. And this is what trips people up all the time.
Yeah, I think Padme right in front of your Geos is a solid strategy for sure.
I think so
yeah.
too. Because that's
personally that's the only strategy I have to beat Padme. Personally, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Trey lead, but it includes Sith, which I need. Yeah, it might include Dark Side Bastila, it might include, which breaks up my Revan team. It's very disruptive to what you're used to.
I need to give a grande word of wisdom for the day to Revenator, and he was really wanting one, and I was going to tell him about I wanted to tell him about a time whenever I got pulled over by a police officer, and he looked at me and he said, "Papers," and I said, "Scissors, I won," and I drove off.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, and then he followed you and jerked you out of the car.
Maced your ass, beat you down.
Scissors, I won. I told Revenator and Jedi Academy not to be scared of you. To bring your A game.
Oh, he's facing Zerial.
Zerial. Okay,
yeah,
that's
from
right.
our good friends over the ANZGC.
Yeah. Your opponent was.
They want to do a stream of it.
Yeah, I don't. They're going to stream it, so y'all said that. I got enough GAC streams. Goddamn it, Grande.
No pressure, Grande. They're just going to stream it. For
so we're going to set this team on defense as our final spot to give them something to think about. Now, I've been using this strategy for a while, but it's good to have somebody like Grande and good old Maurice looking at it to kind of get a good sense of how they think about where the placement of the teams, things like that. And I'll keep this teams here. Now, when I think even when I do get 7-star gas, if they don't have a 7-star gas, then I'll put him down there and keep Padme, right? Because I can use Padme. I mean, I can beat anything they have then. But if they do have a 7-star relic gas, I'm just going to have to keep him for offense because that's just the way it's got to go. Keep my Darth Revan. As 2 counters, like you said, good Maurice. So I think this is a pretty good lineup setup. I mean, it's a lot of crazy stuff and forces them to use some things up front that they may not feel comfortable using. Unless they go full offense, and we've seen that before, good Maurice, where
there's a lot of that.
They
now.
place like nothing on defense and just go for the full clear. But even with that, I still like these teams that we've set because it makes it. You're not going to get max banners. You're just not. Maybe on the Old Republic it's possible, but Night Sisters, Bounty Hunters, things of that nature, they're going to get their hits in, and
it depends on if they go weak defense or strong defense, right?
Yeah, and I don't know what this person's going to do. I'm still really I even think that guy's profile. You guys saw it in GG, and it's still saying he did not have mods on his Revan and stuff. So
that's going to be painful for them.
Oh boy. So his gas team looks really good. I mean, it's set up correctly, so that could be a pain in the ass. But if he doesn't have his characters modded and his stuff's all over the board like it looks like, he's in trouble. Hell, I just may have to clear 1 or 2 zones and be like, okay, I win. So,
yeah, those are the good ones. Those are the stress-free ones where you open it up and your opponent is like stalled out in the front part of the board. You're like, you gotta get there and fool around.
You just have to win this win and it's all over. And I don't know if they changed it. Let's look at before we sign off here. Let's look at the levels. Let's see. We need. Yeah, it's back to the old way of 35,500 for Kyber, so there you go.
You're also going to account that there's just these goofy feats now.
I'm not even worried about these stupid things.
But some people are, right? So, like, you got your 12 Grand Arena with a double-bladed lightsaber. A lot of people don't have Maul. A lot of people don't have those characters.
Well, you've got Bastila. You can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That there's Bastila, so people
and...
might be more inclined to keep their Darth Revan, where because of that feat, just so they can get some kills with Bastila.
Yeah, Darth Revan with Dark Side Basti or regular
Yeah.
Basti. I mean, that one will be pretty easy to get. Darth
I
Maul
placed my Basti.
Savage. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get that feat. Well, I got 12. I don't think. Maybe unless I just pull something off, like talk about Jedi Academy using like Sith Assassin.
You've got
Darth
12
Maul.
days, man,
Yeah,
to get that one. So
I'm not worried about the feats. I'm more worried about winning.
yeah, winning's your priority. If you can get the feats along the way, great. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go. Some of these are easy, 6 grand arenas, things like that. Win a fleet battle without using a reinforcement. It's like, okay, fine. But
I'm not gonna lose the match because I'm in there screwing around with Darth Maul. And
No,
Savage.
How can I get this feat? Don't even think
I actually
about
have a
that
pretty
shit.
good Darth Maul and Savage press, which is
Oh, Jesus.
they're both gear 12.
So, yeah. So just focus on what you can focus on.
If you're an old, like a veteran player, chances are you've got Maul. I'm definitely the minority of the older.
I have
players.
Maul, but I never did anything with Savage. I just never did anything with him because
There was there was a quest where you had to get Savage to gear 12.
yeah, and I'm not spending gear on that. I mean, we'll look at my account.
And
real
I
quick,
had
but,
nothing else
It's
to
all
do
about
with-
it's all about
I was
gas,
like,
man.
Sure, why not?
I mean, I've been hoarding like mad. So
Yeah, this was probably 6 or 9 or 10 months ago, man.
yeah, there's a
This
long.
was not
time.
anything I did recently.
Yeah. But Watt's going to Relic, and so is Gas. And then I'm going to work on Asajj, Chewie, Han, and then start taking some more characters to 12. But that's it. I'm not, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, really, it's the Gas team, and again, all the characters are Relic 7. But I've been hoarding resources just for that thing. So I ain't worried about the new Rey, and I ain't worried about the new Kylo. I know they're going to do some kind of crazy shit with it where I'm like, okay. I'm not sticking around for that. If I can get it, great. If I can't, then I'm not worried about it. So, all right. So that's our defense. I'll go show it one more time, and then this is what we're going to use. We'll see how it holds up. We'll see what plays out. We'll have a GAC match on, what is it? Today's setup. It'll be Monday.
It starts in roughly 4.5, 5 hours. I think that usually start at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so we'll have one tomorrow. What is going on with my emulator? I'm just clicking a button and it's being stupid. Stop it, emulator. Okay, don't clicky anything. But we'll go down again. You guys can see a quick screenshot of everything. So we got Padme, Old Republic in the north. We got Asajj and the Bounty Hunters down south. Behind them, behind Asajj, we got the Grievous team with Newt. We got Kira with the Prepared with Nest. We've got Geos and we've got First Order in the back as well. So yeah, so we'll do this battle tomorrow and we'll rock and roll. So with that, we're going to call this one done. Again, as I said, guys, it's going to be a short one. Just get our defense set up. We'll get into the nitty-gritty tomorrow, and I'll probably do that around 1 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday. A little bit of time before we do our D&D stream tomorrow, so you guys can watch it. So with that, we're going to call this one done. So big shout out to Good Old Maurice. Make sure you guys check out his channel, Operation Metaverse. They stream every Thursday. You can check out me and Good Old Maurice tomorrow, Sunday night. With Rimon and Avanash as we do the Alliance stream, and then Grande shows up wherever he wants, whenever he wants, because he's a worthless butthole.
I'm like a surprise mechanic.
You are definitely a surprise mechanic. The idiot savant is a real thing. So, all right, with that, we're gonna call it done. So, on behalf of myself and everyone here, thank you guys for stopping in, and we will check you out soon. Peace out.